Are you good at setting boundaries or do you suck at it? For some people, setting a boundary is just yelling at them and giving them the middle finger. Well, I like a more graceful approach. Hi there, Rachael-Jayne here, and you're watching Awaken TV. This is the place where you get your weekly practice on presence, purpose, and practical spirituality. And today, I want to share a graceful way of setting a boundary. Before I give you some structure to how to approach this, I want you to remember, watch the fear that shows up in these interactions, because fear creates that response of, I've got to get angry, otherwise this boundary won't happen, or I've got to get critical and tell them where they're doing something wrong because this boundary is not going to be set if I don't do it. Stay in your body and be present to the fear that is happening, but not to project that out. So the first thing is, do not do this by email. Please, I'm presuming that you know that, but sometimes we just like, I'm gonna, set this on the email, but there's just too much that gets lost. There's too much love and compassion that gets lost through email. So make a time to talk to them on the phone or in person and set it up as a win-win. And to share that I want to share something with you first about something that's not quite working, but I also want to hear what you have to say in response. If you can do that up front, they can relax into hearing you because they know that they'll be able to have that response. So it's your turn to share, and I want you to share 3 things: feeling, wanting, and why. How are you feeling about the interaction or what's going on? And what are you wanting? When you can share what you want, it puts you in a powerful position as well as them, because there's somewhere that you can go with it. And why? Why is this important to you? And then flip it back to them. How are they feeling about what you're saying? What are they wanting now they've heard what you're wanting? And why do they want that also? I believe we can always negotiate a win-win where 2 people who may seemingly have different wants in the beginning come together and have both wants created. Now, this is given that both parties are willing to hear each other and willing to feel each other's feelings and desires, and why. Why is there motivation for what they want? And how does this work? Well, thankfully, we are not the US and another country trying to war it out. We are 2 people. And if I have something that I really want, if you're feeling me, that will give you the sense of what you want, given what I want. The only place this goes down the tubes really quickly is you don't hear me or don't listen or feel what I want. And then you can share what you want. For example, if we were me and my husband, right, we have this conversation a lot, and I say, what do you want tonight? And he goes, I really, really want to go to the movies, but I don't want to go to the movies. And I might say, I can really feel that you want to go to the movies, but I don't. I want to stay home, and this is why, and this is how I'm feeling. And if he can feel into me, that usually changes his wants. Maybe it's, well, I want you to be happy, and I also want to be happy. Okay, now I can feel that want. He wants us both to be happy. And the conversation keeps going as long as you can stay connected to feeling what you want and to understand where each other is coming from. And that brings us to Resource of the Week. And this week, I want to bring your attention back to our Art of Feminine Presence intensives. Now, you've probably heard me say it's all about embracing your feminine energy and your magnetic presence and your leadership ability. But one thing that's worked on in those 3 days is your ability to set boundaries, energetic boundaries, communication boundaries, so you can play a larger game, but not be always fearful of people draining you or, overwhelming you, or what's going to happen when you have to, communicate with a lot of people. So all of our dates for this year are below, and I really, really want you to take some time to check it out and consider joining us for one of these events somewhere close to you. So now I'd love to hear from you. Do you have a comment or question or a tip about how to gracefully set a boundary? You can post a comment below. And if you like this video, subscribe to this channel. And remember to check out the Art of Feminine Presence Intensive. We are in many places around the world this year, and I want to see you in the room to do this important work together. So click the link below, and we'll see you next week on Awaken TV.